Mood lighting. I'm kind of feeling this. I would love for it to match the album cover, so I think what I'm gonna do is try Osaka. Ooh, Osaka's alright. Let's try customizing it. Let's try Nightlight. Ooh, okay, that's nothing. Let's try this one. Woo! Let's try this one. Disco. Disco lights in my house. Ooh. Okay, anyway. Hello, actually, I have an idea. I'm gonna be honest, I really like the pink lighting and the red lighting together, so I'm gonna keep it like this. My beautiful boy. Hello everybody, I bet you were not expecting to see this. Happy Halloween everyone, and I hope you are doing fantastically well wherever you are in the world right now. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back to the channel. And I just finished my Duran Duran deep dive series. I just want to thank you all so much for tuning into the video and all your feedback and your messages. I know that our deep dives are not over. We're going to be diving into new artists very, very soon. I really struggle to say the word artists. I don't know why. Yeah, so we're going to be jumping into new artists at some point soon. I am going away for Christmas. I'm going to Europe, so I'm really hoping I can try and get some new deep dive videos out before that time. But I wanted to make this video as an extension to Danse Macabre by Duran Duran. My cat's here again. No, it's all good. You do you. You love being in these videos now. This should just be your YouTube channel. I thought I would film a second installment of the Danse Macabre deep dive where we discover some of the tracks from the Deluxe Edition, as well as diving into a new single that Duran Duran have released. As part of the Danse Macabre installment, Duran Duran released Shadows on Your Side on the 23rd of October. This is a remake of one of their songs from Seven and the Ragged Tiger from 1983. I've already dived into that album, so if you want to check it out, I'll try and link the video up here. So we're going to be diving into 4 tracks today. 3 of these 4 tracks are part of the Deluxe Edition of Danse Macabre. The final track that we'll cover is Shadows on Your Side. I also believe that there is a remake of New Moon on Monday, so there are 2 tracks from Seven and the Ragged Tiger that have been officially remade. So without further ado guys, let's dive into it and let's get a little bit spooky. First track we're going to start with is called Mask of the Pink Death. Already very spooky. Just gonna say very quickly, I think that this is the first track on the Deluxe Edition of the album. I kind of wish I'd listened to the Deluxe Edition now because this already sounds like a great intro to the album, and I think it would have been better on the Standard Edition. Anyway, let's keep going. Is that a guitar? I am loving these sound effects. It's very much in that realm of Tim Burton, like a Tim Burton, Danny Elfman flavor coming through here. I'm feeling that. So my understanding is that this is an instrumental, but I'm kind of waiting for vocals to come through, and I think they'd sit perfectly in this track. I love the bass. Ooh. Beautiful soundscape. Yes. This is really getting me in the Halloween spirit, and I love Halloween. I don't really need to get into the spirit of Halloween, but it's just taking me straight there. We're going for a fade out. So that was a 3-minute long instrumental, which served as an introduction to the deluxe edition of Danse Macabre. I thought that was very cinematic. It was a lot of fun, as I mentioned before, very Tim Burton-esque. I think it would have been nice to have included it on the standard edition. As an instrumental and an introduction, I think it could have been a little bit shorter, and maybe even Simon's vocals come in somewhere. Other than that, it was really fun, and I love the title, Masque of the Pink Death. Okay, this is very exciting. The next track is called Evil Woman, and it's a cover of Electric Light Orchestra's Evil Woman from 1975. The original is such a phenomenal track, and as I've said before, I'm really looking forward to hearing Duran Duran's take on the track. Whether they've covered it in the same flavor as some of the tracks from the standard edition of the album, or maybe they've decided to change the style completely. We're about to find out. Oh, already with that thunder crash. Nice. Oh, disco flavor.
Hey woman, you got the blues, 'cause you ain't got no one else to use.
The warmth of Simon's vocals. Oh, I'm gonna keep listening. I don't know what it is about this track, but this so far is just a great cover.
Evil woman, evil woman, evil woman, evil woman.
You know, those string sounds really remind me of My Own Way. Is it My Own Way? Da, 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 da. So Duran Duran definitely meets Electric Light Orchestra here. I'm also wondering if Nile Rodgers worked on this track. I'm not 100% sure.
Ha ha, very nice to know that you ain't got no place left to go.
Left to go.
Evil woman, evil woman, evil
I love that funky pad. Do, 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 do.
woman, evil woman, evil woman, evil woman.
Oh, what was that in the left ear? I just heard a sound effect in the left ear. It almost sounded like some ghost noise. It was very weird. Just gonna comment now that we've taken away some elements and that really nice bass sitting in the mix there. Yeah. I don't know what it was about it. It's not like they completely changed the song. I just feel like the song itself just suits Duran Duran. It was such a great choice for a cover. I'm pretty sure they have played this at their shows as well, quite a bit throughout their tour. That was definitely a lot of fun and definitely a step up and a little bit more enjoyable, I think, than some of the other covers that I heard on the standard edition. The next two tracks, as I previously mentioned, are remakes of two tracks from Seven and the Ragged Tiger, their 1983 album. We're starting off with New Moon on Monday. They have retitled it to New Moon in brackets Dark Phase. Same sound from the original, but the addition of this very menacing synth and more. Wow.
You shake up the picture, the lizard mixture with your dance on the eventide.
Already cooler than the original.
You got me coming up with answers, all of which I deny. I said it again.
Oh, wow, bass. That went right through me.
Now please rephrase it. Maybe I can catch you right.
This is
I
cool.
couldn't really put it much plainer, but I'll wait till you decide. Send me a warning sirens, as if I could ever.
It definitely has a much darker spin than the original. I feel like the original has quite a happy, uplifting mood to it. They've definitely darkened it for Danse Macabre.
Last time let you know I light my torch and wave it for the new moon on Monday, and the fight ends through the night.
Oh, I would have loved to have heard some harmonies. That would have been perfect.
I stayed the cold day with a lonely satellite.
So still quite dark, but they brought those major chords into the chorus, just making it a little bit brighter.
Breaking away with the beast in both worlds, a smile that you can't disguise. And every minute I keep finding clues that you leave behind.
One thing in particular that stood out to me in the original was that Simon, he had a very playful delivery on the verses. I'm just going to quickly look up the verse lyrics so I can give you a bit of an example of how he delivered them. In the original, his delivery was very much like, breaking away with the best in both worlds, a smile that you can disguise. I feel like he was much more playful on the delivery of the verses in the original version, whereas here it's a little bit more casual, a little bit more laid back. It stood out to me in the original, as I mentioned before, because the verses were just much more fun. Anyway, let's keep going.
Memory from these reminders, as if I forget to know.
Ooh!
This time let you know.
Wait for it. Harmonies? That's what I wanted. Wow. In the low frequencies there, it's almost like a sub bass. Unless I was hearing that wrong, unless it was something. Oh no. It's very low. It just makes such a difference with all those harmonies. It's beautiful. Love the bass. Love hearing John through the mix. Through the mix. I lost my wording there. I'm not sure where I was going with that. Sorry guys, I slipped into a bit of word salad at the end there. What I was trying to say is John's bass, once again, sitting beautifully and clean through that mix. It's just nice to hear him coming through quite prominent. Thoughts on that? So it started off quite dark, but then we definitely got some elements of the original version. It was definitely very, very enjoyable. I was expecting maybe a flip on the lyrics or something like that, just to change it up a little bit. Still a lot of fun, still a great track to bring back and refresh and modernize. And I'm sure a lot of Duran Duran fans appreciated it as an echo from their heyday. Anyway, we're going to move on to the final track of this video. This is the brand new single, Shadows on Your Side, a remake of the original from 1983. I'm especially looking forward to this because from memory, the original Shadows on Your Side was quite upbeat. I went back and listened to the original before diving into this, so quite a lot of atmosphere, heavy verb on the drums. The kind of themes throughout Seven and the Ragged Tiger were very much fun, playful, adventurous, really trying to appeal to a younger audience at the time. But yes, really looking forward to hearing this remake. Maybe they'll do what they did with the previous track and darken it. Maybe it'll be a little bit more modernized with less atmosphere as per the original track. Let's find out, shall we? Shadows on Your Side. Hang on a second, are we listening to the right track? Yes, definitely less atmosphere. giving me progressive house. Feels like a house remix of Shadows on Your Side. And heavy tuning on Simon's vocals. There's this really cool visual of these vampire fangs. I'll bring it up on the screen here on the Spotify page, so I'm just really enjoying staring at them. Like I said, this just feels like some kind of dance remix of the track, something that you'd play in the clubs. I could not hear the original version in the clubs, but I could definitely hear this in the club. Interested to hear that chorus. Wow. Playing around with a lot of different effects and sounds. Echoing some of the original sounds too. What? Wait a second, what? This is tripping me out, but in a very good way. We went from like 4 on the floor to 1. Yeah. This was very deliberate. The original track, the original album, very adventurous. I feel like I'm on an adventure right now. From 4 on the floor to taking away the beat. All I'm hearing is finger snaps, new pad sounds, and just stunning vocal layering. Oh. There's an original sound. This is very cool. Simon definitely didn't need the hard tuning, but I'm sure they were trying to add it for a little bit more effect. Bringing back the original guitar for a variation of it. Wow.
Shadows on your side.
A little bit of detuning there on that pad, and it makes it sound more spooky, more menacing. Great way to finish that. Great way to finish it. And I know these tracks are not in any particular order, of course. I did put the deluxe songs in order, but of course Shadows on Your Side is just a standalone single. I will say that was my favorite. Shadows on Your Side took the cake out of all 4 of those tracks. It was just this crazy adventure. I feel like with Bury a Friend, they lost me. But here, they definitely took me in the wrong direction. But I was like, I'm gonna keep going in this direction because I really like this and I'm enjoying it. Love the dancey elements, love how they tried to make it a little bit more of a modernized, club-friendly dance track. Definitely something you could move to. Not saying you couldn't move to the original definitely had a great beat and was definitely a very energetic song. That might have been why they chose to remake it. But yeah, it was just phenomenal, and there was so many different layers and synths and vocal harmonies, and I'm definitely going to go away and listen to that one a second time just to really take it in. Very, very impressed with the remake. And congratulations to the guys on yet another fantastic single. So that brings us to the end of this video, guys. Overall, I had a lot of fun listening to these tracks. I'm glad that I included them as a secondary video. So yeah, I highly recommend that you go away and dive into these tracks on your own time. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for some new videos that will hopefully be coming out soon. I definitely want to make more time for filming because it's so much fun doing these deep dives, as I've said before, and I'm really, really looking forward to what's coming next. Also sharing a little bit of my own work in progresses on my channel now too, so you can see some of the projects that I do and a little bit of my creative process and how I work. Thank you so, so much for joining me on another fantastic video. I hope you have a spooktacular Halloween wherever you are in the world, whether you celebrate it or you don't. Guys, please be sure to stay safe too. There is a lot of vampire activity out there at the moment, so if you're wandering the streets alone, please keep your wits about you. Keep one headphone in if you're listening to Duran Duran. Stay out of trouble, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! This is the part where I disappear into a puff of smoke, but my special effects team are on extended leave right now, so you're just gonna have to... so you're just gonna have to deal with me a little moment longer, sorry.